Welcome to 860's Blunt Truth.
Welcome back to ACSO's Blunt Truth. I'm your moderator / instigator, Roman Christopher. And you know we got the master debater. He's never been a hater, Yiko.
Yeah, what up, y'all?
And of course, we got the old man with the cold plan, Rozelle, the educator.
Hey, yo, what it do, yo?
Yes, sir. And we got a special guest for y'all today. He goes by the name QP. How's it going, brother?
Chillin', you know? Just quiet poet, just so y'all know. It's not quarter pound, you heard?
Heard that. Hey, yo, welcome back, man. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah. We ain't get
No
to put
doubt.
that other. So for all those that don't know, he was on the episode with us already, but the audio and everything wasn't good, so we couldn't put it out. But this one is definitely going out there ASAP. There's a lot of education in this one. All right. So we're gonna figure out, Rozelle, do you want to go first today, or do you want the special guest to go first today? Just so we know.
I mean, whatever. I mean, you want me to go first to keep it, formatted? I can do that. So you can feed off me. I can. The big mill. You know what I'm saying? And the big mill. Let niggas feed off me. I have no problem with that.
All right, bet. So you'll have the floor as soon as we discuss the topic. We actually gonna retract what we did, backtrack from what we did yesterday. We're gonna get into it. So we're gonna get into these Epstein files real quick before we get into the whole Trump debate. All right, and of course, in these Epstein files, we need to know what y'all think about them calling children jerky, eating jerky, doing experiments with jerky. Mind you, these are all children that they are labeling jerky. They have a store named Cannibal where they serve food, which is not really food, it's jerky. So for Faye, just so you know, there was some files and emails that went out where they were talking about, this jerky, aka children. And
All right, we can stop calling them jerky now because they're not
yeah, I
fucking
mean,
jerky.
yeah, I just don't feel comfortable saying children. So but yeah, so that's their secret code. That's their secret code for these kids or whatever. But there was a lot of crazy files that went out where they're talking about, oh, Epstein, he's switching back to a normal diet, but he said he had 6 bags of jerky in the freezer, and they were talking about walking the jerky up to you, and it was crazy. There was things about Bill Gates, allegedly, but we know what it is. Bill Gates and his wife tormenting kids, chasing them, and then eating their faces off. And these emails were crazy. There was one lady that said she gave birth to her daughter. She had a cheeseburger, and now her daughter's she's in peace. And so it was a lot of weird shit. They were talking about sending children to Epstein on these files, and they also have found tunnels that they also spoke about that go from one side of the island and it goes into the ocean on the other end, almost like a entrance and an exit. So we want to get y'all thoughts on that. We kind of touched on it yesterday, but I'm gonna let Rozelle go because I want to hear his thoughts, recap on that, so that you can feed off of him. And then so Rozelle had the floor. Now we got to kind of let him speak with the connection, and then QP, that's on you after. So what you think?
Well, you know what I think already, sir. I think that the whole thing of labeling kids jerky is so disrespectful in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have said anything, man. The basketballs, the fucking the goddamn sand dune, any jerky, man. That's real bad.
Yeah, that's kind of like that's kind of like calling them fucking useless meat.
But
Wow.
I think that the reason why they have the tunnels were, like I said before, for to either get to and fro without really being seen, or to be able to discard anything they needed to quickly. Because I heard that right as soon as they had ordered the investigation on Epstein and on the island, the little St. James, he ordered like 50,000 gallons of nitric acid or whatever that's just called. And he
Yeah.
had, he actually had a tanker on his island full of this acid. You know that shit that eats through anything, it eats you down to your bone. What's it called? Nitric acid? Nitrogen acid? What's that shit called? You know what I'm talking about?
Nitric acid.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
what I said.
nitric acid.
Yeah, well, I was asking questions. God damn, guys.
I was
So,
trying to let you finish talking so I could answer, fucker.
Same thing here.
Oh
so
shit.
You
oh,
don't talk when I'm talking.
the day when you're talking about the goddamn meat being wasted as meat, they jump in there. Motherfucker. Yeah.
Well, you got to remember too, when we talk over you, we cut you off.
You don't cut me off. It's just that, the devil don't want everybody to hear God's word. So
You're right.
Did he just call me the devil?
No, he's trying to call himself. He's trying to say God was talking through him, manifesting through him. But yeah, we're not gonna go there.
I'm gonna say,
Anyways, let's get to these
yes,
tunnels. You done?
please, please do. I'm done.
Jesus Christ. Let's get to these tunnels, right?
Yo, I'm
We'll be
so
all
glad I'm not the only one. Yo.
I knew it. I knew it.
all today. Some of it got to come. Go ahead, speak, and then I'm attacking. But
Well, listen, brother, I wasn't gonna disagree with you for the first time in our fucking lives. But because I agree that I feel like the tunnels were more for them to be able to get rid of things. But you know, since we're bringing up people being like Bill Gates, there's files that prove that your boy Barack Obama visited Pleasure Island frequently.
oh, oh
You know
boy,
what I'm saying? Frequently.
spoken like a true Trumper.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just calling it what it is, bro.
We're not
I,
talking
I didn't
about
say I didn't say there's not footage
war,
about Trump being there
Biden,
too, because there's
or
definitely is.
Clinton. We're not
There's
talking
definitely
about
footage. There's
Bush.
definitely footage of nigga. Shut up. Let me finish. God
What
damn,
I'm
baby.
saying though, nigga, talking about Trump and Epstein. We're not talking about
Yo,
Clinton.
bro, what I literally was just saying that, bro. I literally said I didn't take none away. I'm not saying nothing about Trump not being there, but there's video footage of Trump and Epstein together chilling outside of the island. So there's no way in my mind that he's not having been there. Come on, that's not realistic. But we're not talking about Trump right now. We'll talk about Trump later. Let's get back to Barack.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because
Okay.
there's a lot more footage of Barack than Trump, since we're gonna go there. But you know what I'm saying?
Where's it at?
And
Where's it at?
not to mention I don't
Oh
this is
shit!
all this is all propaganda. This is all propaganda. It's probably not true, but supposedly his wife came from Epstein Island. That's where he met her at.
That's crazy.
Just saying.
To QP's point though, there is stuff of Obama with little boys. I'm just saying. But go ahead. You got the floor.
Yeah, like bro, like let's like there's so many more Democrats,
But what I'm
politicians
saying though,
all around.
talking about Barack in there, man. I mean, is it pictures about Barack being with little boys? There's pictures about Barack being his wife or his title, his island. So fucking what? We're talking about Trump and Epstein right now.
We
Anything
were not
else got
talking about Trump.
we're
We were only
talking about the kids and Trump and Epstein and motherfuckers getting away with shit. We're not talking about Barack. We're not here to point fingers at other people. We're just talking about Trump and Barack, bro. Trump always seems to do the same thing. But Barack did it. But Clinton did it. We're not talking about them niggas. Yeah, but Bush did it. So fucking what? We're talking about Trump. He's the one that's running it right now.
We're talking about Epstein Island. We're talking about Epstein Island. Period.
One of
It
it.
doesn't. So what? So all these other people didn't call him Jerky too, nigga? You sound crazy. You
We're
sound
talking
crazy,
about, we're
bruh.
talking about
Stop
Epstein.
that. It doesn't. Yo, we're talking about Epstein Island. I'm bringing up facts about Epstein Island. Period, bruh.
Is right now, there's no documentation that says Barack was calling niggas jerky. We're talking about Epstein right now.
Well, all right. So can we at least agree that we're pointing the finger at everybody who's ever been involved going forward? And if people are mentioned, we just let the person finish their thought, and then when you have an objection, wait till the end.
Now that worked because we haven't really mentioned Trump like as a topic yet. So I guess
We
it's on the
didn't
floor.
mention Trump.
But
We
that's what I'm
haven't
saying.
mentioned
And we
Trump. We
have
haven't
I
mentioned
haven't
Trump
heard
yet at
everything that,
all. We didn't even
and
talk
that's the
about
thing.
Trump. We were talking strictly
You
about the
got
island,
me.
bruh.
Right, and I haven't had a chance to hear everything he's had to say on it. So, because we
Well,
keep getting veered
well,
off to something else,
that's
so I
just
want to
like,
hear his opinion, and then we'll move on.
I didn't want to hear nothing else. We started talking about Barack and other
He
people.
don't want to let nobody talk. Yo, we could have been
No,
done already with this if he
you
just
know
finished his
what?
thought.
Taking up 15 minutes right now. It ain't gonna work, Geico. So I can go. Not you got a little help. What you think? So I can go 15 minutes. It ain't gonna get help, bro. This is me. This is what I do. I reign supreme. What you talking about, bro? You trying
Yeah,
to
because all you know how to do is talk over people, motherfucker. That's why you reign supreme. Let a nigga finish talking so the people can hear what they gotta say.
Oh, I forgot that
you
we could talk over him and you can't hear him. Oh my God, I'm just gonna keep
Yo,
doing that.
yeah. We didn't hear
Why
nothing.
is that
We
up
didn't
that
hear
way
nothing you
now?
just said, Rozelle. We ain't just hear nothing you just said right now. That's
I
crazy.
see exactly why it's set up that way now, because they already know. But like, yo, he over dominates everything. We gonna have to cut his microphone.
Yo,
That's
that's
right.
crazy.
That's right. I will dominate everything.
Sure, 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 sure.
Go ahead, QP. You
Right.
got the
But
floor though. Go ahead.
All right, so back to what I was saying. So you know what? I'm not even gonna say any more names. Let's do it like this. Since we want to talk about Trump and bring Trump up, yeah, there's quite a few Republicans that have video footage of being there. Video footage, there's emails, there's all types of shit. But why is there so many more for the people, Democrat politicians that have visited Epstein Island on record? Why is there so many more Democrat politicians that have had personal affairs with Epstein himself, personal contracts, making thousands of dollars on children trafficking? What's up? I mean, we're not, and it's not even the point, but I'm just saying, like, we pointing fingers at Trump, we're pointing fingers at this person, but at the end of the day, bro, all of them have part to do with it. All of them are involved in that shit.
But
You get
see,
what I'm
the thing
saying? There's
is,
no way
the point
kids
I'm
kids
making,
can be trafficked and sold
yo,
without people
the
not knowing, bro.
point
That
I'm
don't make
Yeah,
making,
sense.
bro,
yeah.
the
right.
point I'm making is this right here, bro. They're talking about Democrats. I'm not talking about Republicans and Democrats. You're making this shit political. And see, I don't hear that because he wants to have somebody to hold on to for punishment. We're not getting political,
Whoa,
bro.
whoa, whoa,
Just,
whoa, 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 whoa.
That's a
First of
pause.
all,
We can't. We
this
got
is
that island behind me. We
first,
can't
first,
say shit like that.
this is not about Republicans or Democrats. It's about nasty ass motherfuckers doing nasty ass shit.
but you see, but look. This is how I know you're not listening.
There's no records of more Democrats being than Republicans. Take that to
But this is how I know you're not listening, because you see, I originally said, I said we're gonna point the finger at everybody who's involved, and your man just finished his sentence with there's more people involved than just the names that we talking about. And it's true, because you can't run a trafficking ring without lower people involved, people that work at the
bullshit.
hotels, people that doing laundry, people that doing the
Oh my.
kidnapping, the transporting, the
100%.
loading. You
100%.
know what I'm
100%.
saying? There's a lot of people involved in this. This is a
There's
worldwide thing.
massive peoples around. What I'm saying is that let's not make this Republican and Democrat what somebody's doing. If you're not hearing what I'm hearing is Republican, Democrat. I'm not hearing people. I'm hearing Republican, Democrat. Let's keep it real. I'm hearing
You're right. That's what you're hearing because that's what you're choosing to hear, bro. But if you listen to everything I'm saying instead of picking out little things of what I'm saying and looking for a rebuttal ahead of time, let me finish my statement so you can hear what actually is being the point is. Yes, I utilized Republicans and Democrats in what I was saying because guess what? They're at the top of the food chain. They're the ones with the fucking power that are guiding everything. But yes, like Yako was just saying, it takes more than just that. It's a big ass situation, bro. But not for nothing. The people that are visiting those islands are the politicians and people with money, nigga. Not those fucking poor people who are getting paid off to do these things so that they can have a decent life. And it's not a good thing, and it's not right. But I understand why they would do it because they're fucking poor. They have nothing. They're trying to make a living. Just like anybody selling drugs, just like anybody picking people up, it's the same concept. But at the end of the day, the major percentage of people visiting those islands are high level politicians, my nigga. So whether you want to look at it like that or not, guess what? That's a fact, bruh.
no. The fact is, The fact is high-level politicians, it's actors, it's athletes, it's just motherfucking
I just
musicians.
said high
But,
politicians and people with
right,
money, bro.
right,
I just said
right,
that.
but,
I literally just
but,
said that.
but it is not Democrat, Republican. You're making it political. You're saying, yeah, but all these Democrats went as well. That's what you talking about. All these Democrats went. You said no one ever said Democrat. We said Epstein and Trump. You started bringing up but Clinton did this and Brown did that, and they're Democrats, and more Democrats than anybody else, and all the Democrats. That's where you went with it, bro. 'Cause it's not about Democrats, it's about people. Rich ass people in power with motherfucking problems.
Who are the
And that's
people? Who are the? All right. So question. So question. Who are the? Question. Rosal. Question. Who are the people in the United States who live here, who are part of that rink here, who make these things happen for these children being trafficked? You tell me, nigga. You tell me, nigga. Stop.
who?
You tell me the fucking politicians, nigga. They're the ones that control the
No,
FBI,
no,
the
no,
CIA,
no,
and all these
no.
people that are trafficking children, dog.
Once again, you say the politicians, but then when you start blaming the politicians, you're saying Democrats. It's not about Democrats or Republicans. It's about them all.
I think
Why you?
I know, bro. I never debated that. I never debated that at all. You're trying to make that a debate. I just used the examples of people, bro.
You
That's all I
said,
did. You're the one
you
that's trying to make it
said,
seem like I'm bringing it there. I'm not. In any way, shape, or form, am I trying to bring it to that, bro?
it's Michael and it's Chris. Come up with remember what was said. You said there's more Democrats than anybody else doing this shit. There's records of all the Democrats. That's what you said, my bro. That's what you said.
Yeah, I did say
Yeah,
that. I
okay.
100% said that there's more Democrats
So
and Republicans
you made it
on
clear.
file. I said that, but that's a fact.
On file where?
All I did was bring up a fact to get to my
On
point.
file where? On
That
file
wasn't my
where?
point though.
On file where?
Bro, look it up. I'm not
On
I'm
file
going to look
where?
it up.
Look it up.
There's mad files that have been leaked throughout the past like
That
6-7
shows
years, my nigga.
that shows that the majority of people that visited the island were Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me the file says
That's what a lot of the files say.
most, not some. I want to know. You're telling me the files say the majority of people that visited the island were Democrats.
Well, we have to remember that not all the files been released yet either, and
Period.
most of it has been redacted. To keep a lot of things out.
Well,
I mean, like I said, we can all
what's been
agree that we're
redacted
not just.
or what's been released? So have you heard from what we all heard so far? Have you heard it's been a majority of Republicans or a majority of Democrats? 'Cause I haven't heard about the
Rondell,
majority. I haven't heard the number being taken.
I totally hear what you're saying. It's not about Democrats or Republicans. It's not about whether Obama went there more than Trump, or whether
All right.
boys
Let me
went there more
rephrase
than
my
girls.
statement since it's that serious. Let me rephrase the majority of the files that I am aware of are Democrat versus Republican. Is that better? Is that better worded for you, Razel? Does that make you feel better?
It's not about me making me feel better. It's about you trying to, like a regular Trumper, point blame at the fucking Democrats for niggas being nasty fucking niggas. That's what it's about, bro. It's about you sound like a goddamn Trumper.
Well, I
That's what
mean,
it's about, bro.
I'm a Trump supporter. What do you want from me?
Yeah, exactly. See?
I mean, what do you expect me to do?
So
Be
therefore,
a Bernie
my
Mac
point,
or fucking?
my point is right here, guys, right here on the show, we have somebody who will know that his leader is a nasty ass pedophile, but instead of talking about his leader, he was talking about some man who was in office 10 years ago.
So I'm glad we got there. So we can right. That's a good segue to the next topic. So we're gonna get into that. Seeing that it's already out there. So there was this thing I've seen where they actually broke it down pretty cool. Basically was saying that Trump is not our savior. He's not the Antichrist. He's not here to fix things. He's actually here to destroy everything and cause chaos. And that's the only way to get rid of the old system so that we can find solutions to create a new system, which made sense. And he also talked about his involvement with Epstein and how he has to play both sides of the fence. That was the only way to get his second term. And if he didn't, he wouldn't have been back in office. And basically saying he's not wanted by most, but he's needed by all so that he can destroy everything and then we can rebuild. So I want to get y'all thoughts on that. Whichever one of y'all want to take it. I mean, we could probably go straight to
So
QP on this one.
I'm gonna take a lead on this one.
Yes, sir.
Listen, so at the end of the day, yes, I voted for Trump all 3 times he ran for office. And if he could run for office again, even with the fuck shit I disagree with, I would still vote for him again over most Democratic leaders because I don't want to live in a socialist country because a socialist country is the same thing as a fucking communist country. No thanks. Where people they can control everything that they already have is mad control as it is. If we become a socialist country, bro, they're gonna control everything that we do. That's why COVID happened. That's why COVID happened. That was the first step to them fucking trying to control everything that we do. They locked us in our house. We couldn't do anything. We couldn't buy anything. We had to do everything online. That was their way of their beginning of their format of fucking controlling us. So yeah, I'll never vote for any type of anybody who does that. First of all,
They're under Trump. The whole COVID thing.
yes, but who owned the patent to it? Bill Gates, the same guy that was fucking doing that shit to the kids at Epstein Island. Let's not go there. Anyways, Bill Gates owns the patent to coronavirus, bruh.
Republican.
No, Bill Gates is not a Republican. Bill Gates is a Democrat, dog. What is wrong with you? Yes, he is. Bill Gates is a Democrat, dog.
I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna do my research.
You research, my boy. That's what we do. Do the research. What is Bill Gates?
Go ahead.
But again, it doesn't matter if it's Democrat or Republican because they all in on it.
100%. They're all in on it.
You get what I'm saying? Like the fact that we get hung up on those words so much and we argue about those words so much when we give it more power, those words don't mean nothing.
Let me get
all the words out there. And what I'm trying to do is get that word Democrat and Republican out of the conversation. It's not about Democrats or Republicans. I said it from the very beginning. This is not political.
If you're talking about Trump, it's political. No matter how you slice it and dice it, dog. When you bring up the name Donald Trump, it's political, my nigga. It's political. You can't say it's not. You sound dumb as hell.
Stuff.
No, this is an agenda that has been spewing before Donald Trump was ever fucking born. My nigga.
So real quick, I got that for you.
Shit that was before I was born, my nigga. We're talking about Trump. We are talking about Donald J. Trump, dog. Donald J. We're talking about Donald J. Trump, bro.
And we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein and the fucking kids.
We were talking about that first. We passed that subject, bro. We're talking about Donald Trump.
So I know it doesn't matter for neither one of y'all right now. But to QP's point, so Bill Gates is not a registered member of either U.S. party, but he is widely considered to lean towards the Democratic Party.
Well, just say he might lean towards them. Who knows?
Cool. Anyways, back to the point. Back to what I was talking about. So yeah, I voted for him all 3 terms. And again, I would vote for him again if we had a Democrat. And I'm sorry to make it political, but if we had another Democrat running for office talking about any type of socialist country, I'm not voting for that president. I would vote for the Republican, hands down. Period. And that in that situation. But I don't agree with everything Trump's doing. Fucking Trump is human just like the rest of us, bro. Nobody does things right in everybody's opinion. Nobody. But not for nothing. When it comes to business, that man has helped the economy significantly. When it comes,
unemployment is at an all-time high. Gas prices, the fucking the United States debt it is in the trillions. When Trump came into office, it was in the billions. It is now in the trillions. Are you fucking serious?
You cannot blame you cannot blame Trump for COVID-19, bro. That's what got all these numbers that high. That's what got all this shit that high.
Has
All the money
nothing
they
to do
kept giving out, all the free shit they kept doing, all the PPP loans. You can't blame him for that, bro.
Yo, yo,
You
hold on.
cannot
What's
blame him for
the
that. They said that was a setup.
name?
Everybody knows it. And don't forget the fact that there was a whole
All
other
right, we need one person has to have the floor. We can't really hear both of y'all right now.
I'm talking about what the debt was when they came to the office this fucking time. We're not talking about COVID. We're not gonna make excuses for the nigga like Trumpers like to do. Well, COVID this and this and that. I'm
Yeah, you
saying
gotta show
when
you gotta
you
you gotta
take-
show me those
you take
statistical
it.
facts, man. You gotta show me those statistical facts. 'Cause I disagree with that. Hey yo, Chris, you gotta do some homework.
Yo,
What was
the
that? Well, I
United
couldn't really.
He's trying
What
to
was
say
that you said?
that when Trump came into this office, we were only in billions of dollars in debt. Now we're in trillions. I need to look that up because that sounds like a false statement to me.
All
But
right, I
we're
got
not.
you. I'll be back.
Even if it does, when I'm talking, bro, on my show, please show me some respect and not talking over me. I would appreciate that,
Bro,
bro.
you've been talking over me the whole time. I'll respect you when you respect me, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Well,
I don't
well,
want to hear
well,
that, bro. I don't want to hear. I don't
okay,
care if it's your show or not. Bro, I don't care if it's your. I don't care if it's your podcast or not. You're gonna keep talking over me. I'm gonna keep talking over you, bro. We're not doing that. Period. Period, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Then don't invite me on your show.
Well, then goodbye. All you gotta do is hang up, bro. That's all you gotta do. Simple as that. Now you can do your research. When we were in the US, they came into office, we were billions of dollars in debt. We are now $1 trillion. You do the research. I don't mind arguing, but yeah, we're not gonna keep doing that shit all day.
Well, so to his point, if the Democratic Party was in office during the COVID-19 situation and they were giving out like all that money for free in the stimulus checks and they was doing all that stuff, right?
Don't figure all that
The
out.
the numbers when all right, so if the end of the election year comes around, by the time that those numbers get calculated and shown up on the books from the previous year, like Trump would have already been in office by that point. So now he's contending not with 2 billion but a trillion. So I think that could have been potentially what he was trying to say.
No, I got it right here. So we were already $1 trillion in debt. $19.95 trillion in debt when Trump first became president. And then when he left the office, we actually went up $27.75 trillion in debt. So it increased. And then now that he's back in office, it increased another $7.8 trillion. So we were already $1 trillion in. It rose when he got in, then it rose even more when he left, and it rose a little bit more now that he's back in.
So it's
My
never
whole
going
point,
down.
my whole point
Um,
is,
let me see.
yeah, it was down when Barack was in. When Barack
Um,
started, it went
It
down.
was
And then,
right now we're about $36 trillion in debt.
yeah, well, yeah, and a lot of that has been in 2025. Not even. Not talking about COVID. We're not talking about COVID, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about. I know niggas like to say, "Oh, they came in." I'm not trying to make this shit political, bro. It's not political. We're talking about little kids. Motherfuckers want to branch to political, start pointing to everybody else because they don't want to have your savior look like some fucking some pervert. Sure, Barack probably went there. Sure, Barack probably fucked some kids. Sure, Bill Clinton probably went there. He probably put some little girls, some little boys. Yeah, they probably did. 'Cause you know what? A lot of them motherfuckers is nasty as fuck. But right now, we're not talking about them. Do all the time. What I'm saying is that everybody else. We're not talking about them, bro. This show is about this right now. We
I
get
want to go back to answering Chris's question as far as like Trump coming in as being the one to cause chaos to break up the current system and bring in a new. I mean, who knows? It's possible he could be doing that, and maybe he had to do some dirty shit to get to the point where he's at. maybe he's just a dirty person to begin with. It doesn't matter. The reality is those sins were committed. Regardless of whatever, whatever your reasoning was for it, the sin was committed. Is there forgiveness? Yes, there's always forgiveness for all sinners. Everybody has a right to ask for forgiveness. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody is of the source, and we ain't nobody perfect. But what they've done, to me, considered detestable and heinous. Is disgusting behavior. And people that partake in it are people that don't have souls and don't have feelings. And if Trump is here to bring chaos, if I'm not mistaken, it says in the Bible that Jesus said something along those lines as well. That I'm not here to bring peace. I'm here to bring the truth, and the
Yeah.
truth often brings chaos. So let's see what happens, because Trump was the first person to call out on national TV that the news is fake and that they're bought out. He was the first person to say that. Now, I'm not saying that he's doing good things.
What both have to do with anything? You know what? At the same time, bro, like mothers like have an agenda. And mothers can also turn it back on you. You can also say, "Hey, guess what, guys? These guys are fake news." So when they do tell some shit that's the truth, it's kind of like crying wolf.
Mm.
Kind of little boy crying wolf. You can't look at that shit and be like, "Oh well, he's done good things because he said the yeah." Look at all the bad shit he did.
Yeah, but you gotta look past that. You gotta look past that.
The past it.
Like,
So, let me ask you a question real
okay,
quick.
okay. Let me rephrase. You gotta look deeper into it, right? What I'm saying is that okay, he was the first person to call out there was fake news. But what he really was saying was everything that's been told to you all the time is a lie. Right? So what he's really saying, start picking
Uh,
up on the little things. You get what I'm saying? Like, start seeing the reality for what it is.
I don't believe that's what he was saying. Because if he was saying that, ultimately, he would say, regain our spirituality, learn where we come from, take back our power. You don't need no fucking government. I don't think that's what he was saying. That's what
No,
Truthfully,
that's not
I
what I
think,
said.
I think Trump does have a his own agenda, but I do think his agenda goes against their agenda, like in some ways anyway. Because I always wonder why they voted him to be impeached, and it wasn't the people that did it, and that's always like they were always like against him. You know what I'm saying? Like for some reason, like we can't have Trump there because he's gonna go against he got his own agenda. He's not following our shit. You know what I'm saying? But either way, not saying it's a good agenda, but But go ahead, Yako. I know you were saying, so I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's straight. I was just, like I said, I'm not saying that he was telling us that. I'm saying that's what I interpreted from what he said. And if we start looking deeper into not what they're saying, but the meaning behind what they're saying, what the implications are, and what the bigger picture is in the background behind what they're saying, we could come to the truth a lot faster, because we talked about these things on this show a year ago before all this stuff came out. And y'all should know that we've touched on all this, and a lot of y'all, oh, you guys are crazy. That ain't happening. You're paranoid. You're this, you're that. I'm like, guys, it's facts. I'm telling you, the evidence is there.
Yo, Rozelle, he hitting us with that Barack Obama's talking right now. You see that? All the pauses and shit.
yeah, I see that. I mean, it is what it is.
That
You
wasn't
know,
intentional at all.
yeah.
Yo,
But
so we got more for that, Rozelle?
no, I don't got no more for it, yo. I have
So
no
that,
more. I'm I'm expended already. I mean, I'm already exhausted, and you don't hear that from me. That's been there's been a lot today already. I guess you could say.
so
You
they
know what I'm saying?
one thing I did read, it did say that even when Biden was in office, it was still drastically going up. So I think it was gonna go up regardless the $1 trillion in debt. But there were some Epstein files that were sent out to a new email. I don't know if it's new or what, or people just dug in and found it and whatever the case and pointed it out. But there was an email stating Is the World War III agenda still intact? I want to get y'all thoughts on that.
Right. Well, I tell you, that's what it is. Did it lead up to that? Civil War, then martial law, then World War III. That's what's all headed. But I still want to touch base on the fact that which you said with Biden, it was going up, and with Barack is probably going up and stuff like that. And with Trump is going up. The thing about it is that when you talk to fucking Trumpers and Republicans, they always talking about how shit was bad, but it's good now. No, the fuck it isn't. Are you really watching the numbers? You niggas talk about like me, my boy. The arguing, he's not even fucking watching the numbers. He's just going by some shit that he fucking heard. Oh, we doing better now than we ever did. Show me proof, nigga. So now I gotta give up the show because he want to overtalk me because he don't know the fucking truth. Nigga, show me proof. If you show me proof, nigga, I shut the fuck up. I have no problem with saying you right. But if you want, Trump hasn't solved anything for us. He hasn't been a savior. He hasn't said that he hasn't cost us send us money. There's not more jobs. There's not better pay. The gas prices are not better. I mean, they may be down what? A couple cents. So fucking what? They'll jack back up in a little while like they always do. Are you fucking serious? But niggas always to revert back to some other shit that we're not even talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I like to talk about the issue. The issue is these little kids, man, and what's
Yeah.
going on out. And I think that everybody needs to fucking pay the Republicans as far as the Democrats, because it was all of them. I'm not pointing fingers at fucking Republicans. I'm not saying, you know what, it was just Republicans. Only Republicans had their dicks and little kids. That sounds stupid. No, that sounds dumb as fuck. Saying, you know what, only the Republicans went with the FD's island.
One thing I could go ahead, my bad.
Well, I was just about to say real quick, I say even dumber, saying, you know what, it was more Republicans that went to the island than Democrats. Who gives a fuck? How many Republicans went uh, versus how many Democrats? The problem is a fucking problem. Let's address the fucking issue, not how many motherfuckers went. Address the issue, bro. We are perverts in our government.
Yeah, so I wanted to elaborate about that. There is one thing that I could say Trump did say for us was the value of the dollar because damn, what was the name? What was the name of that shit where he got the president from again? Name of that country? Venezuela, right?
Oh yeah,
Venezuela. So they
yeah.
had plans to change their funds to gold bricks, and that would have really hurt the value of our dollar. So that's one thing I could say he saved for us. But yeah, other than that, it's all chaos for sure.
But really, did he save it for us or did he save it for him? Because if they use gold bricks, US dollar, that doesn't mean shit. That means he's no longer rich. So did he really do it for us? Because when you do something that helps the people, but you really do it for yourself, did you really do it for yourself or did you do it for the people? You understand what I'm saying?
No, it might have been for him, but it kind of helped. It saved us too because we'd be fucked
I
too
mean,
without it.
yeah, we all would have been fucked. But what what was the agenda behind it? Were you being a savior to your beloved Americans? Or were you
Right.
watching out for your own guys?
I agree. I agree. What's your thoughts, Jacob, on the whole World War III email, the plan?
I think the plan is in play. It always has been and always will be. The plan is in play from the banks, the bankers, the Swiss banks and the offshore banks and whatever else. They control our money. Believe it or not, our currency isn't actually America's currency. It's actually their currency, which is the Illuminati's currency and whatever else you want to call them. The Masons and all that other bullshit. We use their currency. Now, if you remember correctly, once upon a time, they collected all the gold, around the world, from China, everybody, right? And remember, they put it in the vault in the United States. Remember that?
Yeah, yep.
It was called the Mint, and nobody could break into the Mint. It was the highest security facility in the world, impossible to break in at the time. What happened to all those gold bars?
You know what's crazy? They weren't ours to begin with.
Exactly. That was the start of the banks taking over commerce around the globe at the same time. If you take away the gold bars, they have no currency. There's no collateral behind the money that they're saying they got. So now you're at their mercy. Now the bank is telling you how much you're worth. You get what I'm saying? It's not the gold bars that you got that you went and accumulated, and there's value on that. No, it's not that anymore. So that's how they slowly started taking over. World War III was built on that foundation. The more money they can absorb, the better for them. Because guess what? There's big money in war because weapons got to get sold, jobs are manufactured now, ammo's got to get made. People are baby booming like crazy to keep the armies full. Doctors and nurses are abundant, right? There's money in it. And there's also the spiritual war because all those souls get tainted, taking another soul, taking another soul, taking all the hatred that happens with that. That's also ceremonial. So there's many layers to this entire thing. It's from physical worlds to dimensional to spiritual. It's all intertwined. You got to see all of it at one time to really see what's happening in the world. My opinion.
Razel, you got anything for that?
My opinion,
Yes, sir.
since they wrote that book, the Secret Covenant, and then they plan on how to enslave the world through religion. They always had a plan of being one world order. This has been the agenda since day one. Um, I say that they are at a point where they're almost ready to follow through with the final process. Um, is it spiritual? Of course. Uh, but I think that this is not something that just been planned a few years ago. Even 10 and 20 years ago. I think this has been something that's been working since the very beginning of the domination of man. So I believe that had a lot of good points, but I believe it's just a lot more simpler. It's just a lot more simpler than all that. I think since the beginning, one race has wanted to rule everything, and they've done everything in their power throughout the years through secret oaths to make that one thing a possibility, and that's all it is, point blank simple.
Yo, I got a question, Razel. So that episode that you had about the Secret Covenant, did you read the whole thing or was it just like important parts, like a little bit?
I read the manifesto, the whole thing.
Oh, word. So I gotta go back and watch that episode then, because I think I'm gonna have to really study that shit to really see what's going on. But I didn't know if you did the whole thing, so if not, I was gonna go and read it.
Yeah, no, nothing to do the whole thing.
Or I'm gonna go back
Yeah.
and watch that. So
So
you
yeah, go
guys
back
got
to
more
it.
on that?
I
I'm
think that's
good.
it.
All right,
That means,
word.
you
Yeah,
know,
so I guess we at the end of the road for this episode. Unfortunately, our special guest didn't end the whole show with us. The debate got intense, but just so the viewers know, they bros, man. It ain't nothing, no love lost. It's just,
yeah,
it just happens.
yeah, this happens. You know what I'm saying? You just take out to my mindset and just talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how we argue in the streets. This is not the streets. This is the show. And we gonna do it in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? and we can argue respectfully and get loud with one another respectfully. I mean, I know we argue all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't to come on and get crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's my
No,
nigga. You gotta come on and
no,
get
no.
crazy.
Now I want y'all people to understand that it takes a lot to stay on the air with Rozelle at certain points in time. So I put my work in there. Listen, I done dealt with a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, we respect each other's opinions and we learn a lot from each other. So I can appreciate the relationship.
And vice versa. You know, and vice versa. I know I'm difficult to deal with. I know I'm bullheaded, but if I have an inkling of what I believe is right, I'm going to argue my point. If you prove I'm wrong, like you've seen in the past, I have no problem. Oh, word, I was wrong. You're right. Admitting that, I have no problem whatsoever. But you're not gonna get me to say you're right and think I'm right. You're not, unless you prove to me
You'll
you're
never
right.
get him to say he's right. Listen, no, stop it.
Hold
But we did have a whole episode where he said he was wrong.
I
He
know
was
that's what I'm saying. So you'll never get him to say he's right.
But besides that, though, you never heard me say you were right. I never said that to you.
Oh, of course, of course.
Okay. So therefore, you know, um, we were saying that I'm wrong when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that whatsoever. And like I said, it's hard to deal with Yako Chico. Sometimes we ask him questions, and he go off to the left, and then he be on
Yeah.
Mars somewhere. He be drowsy. I really
he
understand.
said you make him drowsy. Yo.
Going back in, we're talking about this, Yako. But I live in
Yeah,
though. You
you
know
know
what I'm
what? And it's very true. I mean, these guys know me well enough to know that when I start talking, if I start veering off, it like honestly, my mind works like that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I could be doing one thing, but I'm thinking about six, seven, eight, nine, 10 different things and trying to put it all together in my head while I'm doing some other shit. It's complicated, and I'm sure everybody does it on certain levels, but for me, it's
saying?
exhausting.
Right. I think about giving you a code word, like a password. I mean, when we start talking about shit, I would say something like platypus, and then you
Oh,
just, so you go back to the topic. But so
not
it's
the
difficult to deal with.
platypus.
Yeah, so it's difficult to deal with them too. And I know it's not difficult to deal with me. I have no problem with admitting that. But like I said, a lot of times I'm right. What can you say? What can you do? If you want me to do, I'm right majority of the times.
So
Yeah.
so I think Rozel's boy did a great job. He held down for as long as he could. I knew it was gonna end some type of way that way. So I just stayed in the cut waiting for my time to step in.
Oh no, you trying to jump in every chance you could, motherfucker. I saw
I was
you.
trying to clarify and I was trying to move on, but you just so adamant.
You was like, but to his point though, but to his
To,
point,
to, to his point, he said all the people involved, and I said the same thing. I said all the people involved. Ain't nobody said
his point, he said Democrats.
he did in the beginning,
Okay,
and then he
so
changed it.
no, no, no,
He
no.
did. He changed it in his wording afterward because you kept bringing up that point, in which I understood, and I said, you know what? I think that there's a disconnect, so I decided to say something.
I wanted the point that he said it is when he changed it. So therefore, how do you agree with him when he didn't change it? So I said something. So what I'm
I,
saying?
I didn't I didn't say that I agree with him. I said that I said the people.
Stop.
You see, you don't listen to nobody. You're too busy thinking of an argument. You're not really listening to people. You're gonna have to start taking communication classes, man. One person talks, one person listens.
Speech. You gotta speak with pauses.
Seriously, damn, he don't pause for shit. He's like got a motor in his mouth.
You done, Yaakov? I'm ready to get on you. You ready? You got it? You done?
Go for it. I'm sitting here. I got 4% battery left.
Okay. Enough. That's all I need. That's all I need. All I need is three, you son of a bitch. All right, listen. Listen. Like I was saying, I know I'm right. I'm gonna argue. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. Oh, look at me. I got 20% left. I just got a notification.
That's
I
24.
know I'm right. So if I'm giving you a strong argument instead of arguing back, that show me proof. Or shut the fuck up. That's what I'm saying. How about that? How about you guys learn that? About shit I don't know nothing about. When you say something I don't know nothing about it, what do? I shut up and I fucking listen. But when I'm saying something, remember you gotta have a comment. They know what the fuck you're talking about. And then that's when the argument comes in. You know what you're talking about, but then you got a comment. So now you got to, yeah, you just told me, shut up and listen. I learn some shit.
Got any final
Huh?
words, Jacko?
I just want to make he put in a lot of pauses there, so I want to make sure he's completely done. I was active listening, and he's right. And for the most part, you do have to learn to shut up, otherwise you're gonna miss things. But to my point, I don't see why I need to shut up because you think you're the only one that's right when everybody is entitled to their opinion and everybody can be right in their own way. So you need to stop being so arrogant and cocky and thinking that you're the only one.
See, that's the thing about it. I don't believe I'm the only one. I just said that when I believe, I have a firm belief of what I'm talking about, I'm going to defend that. So if you don't have definitive proof on what you're talking about, maybe you should just not talk about it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true, but you started your statement with I'm hardly ever wrong. So if you're hardly ever wrong, that's pretty arrogant and cocky because that means that everybody else around you is wrong and you're the only one that tends to be right most of the time. If I said that, I'm sure you would take offense to that.
No, I would say, you know what, you feel like you know what you're talking about a lot of the times. And is it cocky? Yes. But in most situations, when you argue with people, have you been right more than you've been wrong in the argument that you're having? If you can answer that question, yes, then it's okay to be cocky and make that statement. That's all I'm saying.
I
And
guess I you know what it is? My difference of opinion is this. And I teach my kids this, so please don't think I'm just making this shit up. I can learn anything from anybody, and it doesn't matter age, religion, or race, right? So at the end of the day, if I can learn anything from anyone, then that means that I could also be wrong and right simultaneously. So I don't believe in always being right or always being wrong. I just believe in what makes sense to me in the moment. And that's gonna
no,
change tomorrow. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But that's
But
why I like to listen to what you have to say. But a lot of the times it almost feels like when we say something, it gets dismissed or it gets not heard properly. And then it turns
Jack,
into a pointless argument.
Jaco, I want to say to you right now, whenever you talk to me, everything definitely goes in one ear. Hey, wait for nothing. And it gets, I was gonna say some shit. And again, and it gets processed. It gets processed. Bro, like I said, apparently you're not listening to me. Someone says anything to me about some shit that I don't have clear knowledge about, I'm not gonna argue you about it, bro. You're not listening to me. I only argue when I feel a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. You're not getting me. I don't just argue any point. That's a fool. A fool will argue anything. I don't know anything and everything. So if I am arguing with you about something, bro, believe me when I tell you I have what I believe is good knowledge of it. So and then a lot of times when I argue with someone about something I have good knowledge about, more than less, not most of the time, but more than less, when we do research, they like, yo, you know what? My bad, bro. You was right. Oh, you know what, bro? I went and check that shit. You was right. 'Cause I'm gonna argue with you. I don't know, bro. That's some dummy shit. I mean,
But
that's just me.
you guys both got good points. To be honest with you, I'm kind of like, as the moderator, I'm kind of like on the outside, like listening, and I sometimes I agree with one, sometimes I agree with the other. Sometimes you guys teach me something in my mind to think differently, and everybody, especially obviously you guys, you guys are the main ones, you guys are the hosts. There's always good points from everybody. There's always bad points sometimes that I disagree with, but there's a lot of good points and there's a lot of education on this. Even QP when he was on, the little bit of time he was on with us, well, half a show, he was spitting some shit, that opens your mind up. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody's points of views, even though they're different or sometimes the same, I think it's always good education no matter what. And I think y'all all got good points. So
Heard that.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we all got. A lot of times, I go teach me a lot of stuff, or teach me to look at things a lot of times. I look at things differently because of things that he expressed to me. You know what I'm saying? So I have an open mind. I have open. I just learn to look at things logically. If it don't make sense to me, I don't care what you say. You
that's
got to prove
fair.
to me. You know what I'm saying? You got to prove to me. I look at things logically. You taught me a lot of things, like and you taught me how to look at a lot of situations differently with your openness, your caring, your free thoughts, and I don't use the word passive because passive sounds like punkish to me. And I'm not saying that you're a punk, but I don't know, you're tranquil. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah,
So
no,
you,
no, I
you
got
told
you.
me
I got you.
you told me how to breathe easy a lot of times in a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mm.
by the way you handle things. So don't think I don't learn from you,
Yeah,
bro.
I appreciate you, yo, for real. I appreciate you saying that.
Don't think I don't learn from you. Don't think I don't listen to you. I'm a fucking bull. I've been a bull and a pastor by myself for years. We just lost him. I think he's
We just
crying.
lost him. His
I
four
think he's
his
crying.
his 4%. His 4% is done.
I think he started crying, bro. You heard me when I said to him, you said, "Yo, my God, how you feel about me?" And
Oh.
he wants to see the tears. We love you. We love you here on Blood Truth.
Yeah, facts. So I mean, I'm pretty sure his 4% is up. You probably at like 14% now.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm probably like 17. But anyways, we love Jacko. We love QP. I'm gonna go talk to him right now. I'm gonna go get the phone. No, no love lost. But
Hit the
goddamn, nigga,
phone one.
you know, it didn't mean Jacko argue, but we don't argue like that. We don't argue like that over and over whatever. Keep going over that. Yeah, we don't do it like that. We argue all the time. I mean, shit.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. Now, I was intense, but it was a good show though.
yeah, you let me get some shit off. I let you get some shit off. Like, let me get. We argue like that. We don't argue like. They don't do all that shit. That's all. I ain't gonna talk to him. I ain't gonna talk to him right now. Nigga, I love you, nigga, but shit, nigga, nah, I won't do it like that on the show. Shit,
Yeah, we
nah.
definitely we definitely got to get him back on though, because that was a good the whole segue was good. The difference in opinions was good. The topics and just learning from both of y'all was good on my end. And I think that was kind of my fault too, because I forgot I got the power to mute somebody.
Yeah, yep. You could have muted somebody and be like, hey, listen, hold on, guys. But you just sat back and let it go for ratings. I know what you did, motherfuckers, but we love you.